I want to start really by thanking
I
you.
think someone's audio is on and then we can hear some lagging sound. So you could just mute that, please, so that we can start.
Okay, 1 second. Got it. Okay. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us. As I mentioned, this is a critical subject. We will be conducting this conversation in Hindi as well as English. So we'll just hop in and out of both the languages. And these are very, very unprecedented circumstances, very unprecedented times. We are in a situation wherein for the first time, I was just calculating, I've already completed 2 months at home. And I'm getting very restless considering I'm a writer. I work from home all the time. So it's not that, I'm not used to spending a lot of time at home, but the option of going out, going to the store, going to meet a friend, going for lunch, coffee, that not being there, that option to not go out has really, started biting and getting to me. And I think it's getting to a lot of people. And earlier this week, just to keep you updated, we did a very good program with Dr. Sameer Malhotra, who is a leading psychiatrist in India. And he gave us about an hour of his time where he discussed mental health. And that led me to the obvious conclusion that, this is an unnatural time and we're behaving in an unnatural way. We're probably spending more time on couches, in the bed, in front of laptops when we work from home or online schooling. So our bodies are being treated very differently as well. So I want to start by asking you, what are the complaints that you're receiving at this time from people?
Sure, that's beautifully put up, Anvir. So, good morning, good evening. This is Dr. Isha Sedev, chiropractor and a physiotherapist from Gurgaon. So very commonly these days, the complaints I keep getting from the kids, because the amount of time they're spending on video games, the online classes, make their back hurt. They are losing their concentration. They're finding it hard to cope up with this new environment. And not only kids, even the adults who are working from home, they're struggling with their posture. They're finding it hard to understand what is right way to sit, and leading to a lot of complaint in the neck, pains in the middle back. They're finding a lot of acidic problems. So these are the common complaints we are getting these days. And the back, which takes the load of whole of the body, that's gone for a toss these days. So we need to make sure that how we are taking care of the spine helps us to function better and be more productive.
G.
So the spine is an amazing structure. Whole posture depends on the spine. That's the boss of the body. And it needs to be happy all the time. And spine undergoes a lot of wear and tear. The way we sit, the way we slouch, the way we walk, the way we are on the couch, the spine takes the load. And the upper part of the spine, that's the cervical spine. Very commonly people say, oh, I have got cervical. They don't understand what is the term which can be used to call it. And this is the first portion of the central nervous system, which is attached to the brain. So people get foggy headed, people lose their focus when the spine is not happy.
That's interesting. One never thought of it that way. तो आप कह रही हैं कि अगर कभी आपको concentration में अगर problem हो या focus करने में problem हो, तो हो सकता है वो spine की वजह से हो, cervical की वजह से हो?
Absolutely. Cervical. So research says a straight cervical spine is 7 times weaker than curved. Why? Because the weight of the head is so much on a small cervical spine. And it is right under your brain. So any kind of ill posture, any kind of abnormal posture put a lot of strain on the circulation to the brain. So, and your muscles or the bones of your arms, they're controlled by the nerves from the cervical.
जी.
If you're constantly on your mouse, on your laptop, then you need to look into your cervical spine regularly for the regular checkups.
In fact, one question has come in from Kat. She's asking that when she sits too long in front of the laptop, she has a lower back pain.
Yeah, that means she's not sitting proper and she's not taking frequent breaks.
Doctor, how frequent should your breaks be? Every half an hour, 20 minutes, 1 hour?
At least 20 minutes to 30 minutes. You must take a break. So try and understand frequency of your breaks is more important to the length of the time you're sitting for. If you're sitting for 4 hours and you're not getting up, that's more, it has more detrimental effect. You need to keep your spine straight. So taking breaks will give freedom to the back, to the spine. So that will reduce the aches and pains and the strain to the lower spine.
Now I'm listening to you speak and I'm already sitting up straighter. So can you tell me, लैपटॉप पे जब बैठते हैं तो सबसे अच्छा पोस्चर आप डिस्प्ले कर सकते हैं क्या होगा? क्योंकि हम लोग सब अभी लैपटॉप पे हैं.
जब सबसे पहले आपने ये देखना है लैपटॉप की हाइट कितनी है.
जी.
Are you really stooping down to look into? Are you hunching down to look into your laptop? So it should be 45 degrees. That's it. From your eye level. You getting me? Because if it is too high, then you're gonna shrug your shoulders to look into the laptop. If it is too low, I'm telling you, your shoulders are gonna pain.
हमारा एक सवाल आया है डॉक्टर शुभांगी से. वो पूछ रही है कि उनके ऑफिस में एक कुर्सी है in which very comfortable and she wants to make sure that even when working from home she doesn't she's sitting appropriately and it reduces back and neck pain.
So number one, your feet has to have a support. They should not be hanging down. That will take a lot of load on the calves. They should be well supported. And make sure that you're not slouching while sitting. You need to sit upright on your sit bones. Can you see my ear is on my shoulder? It's not like this. So make sure the chair, can you have a look at the chair I'm using?
Yes.
It is supporting the contour of my spine. And to help your lower spine, you can keep a cushion for that contour to set in.
Okay, so you can actually place a cushion at the back.
Yes, that will help.
Support.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Doctor, other thing is also people.
Yes, and a proper support spine. Yeah.
Ji. I think Mandira's question is also answered because she was asking that, you know, her children are on the laptop a lot, which I think is with a lot of parents, they're worried right now क्योंकि सब online school हो रहे हैं, online classes हो रही हैं. उसकी वजह से लोग ज़्यादातर कंप्यूटर पर ही काम कर रहे हैं बच्चे. तो आप बच्चों के लिए क्या आप एडवाइस करती हैं?
बच्चों के लिए सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है movement. Believe me, the motion is so critical, and lack of motion has such a detrimental effect on every body part, be it circulation, the digestion, the sleep, the concentration. So they really, I understand this is unavoidable, they have to sit, but to compensate that, they need to move their body as much as possible. And when parents ask me, Dr. Isha, कौन सी exercise कराएं? Arms की कराएं, abdomen की कराएं, legs की कराएं? Then I tell them, it's whole of the body which gets affected when you're sitting. Your core is off, your legs are flexed all the time. All they need to do. And the best exercise what I prescribe to my patients who have kids, I tell them, please tell them to sit down. So they start finding fun in the exercise, and they can take care of the body. They feel so much energetic after doing such kind of activities.
पर डॉक्टर अभी ऐसा भी माहौल है जहाँ पे अगर आप छोटे से फ्लैट में अगर रहते हो, मुंबई में हो या ऐसा कोई बड़ा शहर हो जहाँ पार्क ना हो बाहर घूमने के लिए, छोटा सा 2 कमरों का फ्लैट हो, और तो आप कर क्या सकते हैं? मूवमेंट देन बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट. वो तो लग्जरी बन गए आज के माहौल में, तो लग्जरी है मूवमेंट.
Absolutely. But जितनी भी space है, at least a yoga mat can be fitted in. You can do push-ups, pull-ups. They can do planks. They can move their body. Even the extension. They need to make their spine flexible. It should be spine-oriented workout. That requires just a 2.5 feet a mat.
जी.
For the ankles, for their knees, for their arms. It takes a lot of load while sitting for a long time.
जी 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 जी. आपने जब पहले हम बात कर रहे थे, you mentioned the role of acidity also on shoulder pain. I thought that was a very interesting link, क्योंकि ज्यादातर हम लोग acidity और shoulder pain को link नहीं करते ऐसे. तो आप थोड़ा उसके बारे में बता सकती हैं?
Gee, why not? So acidity has become a lifestyle these days. I mean, मैंने 9 साल के बच्चों को भी देखा है. They complain of bloating, जो कभी सुना भी नहीं था हमने पहले बच्चों में. So why this is happening so much is because we are sitting for too long, and so the acidity portion, the stomach, the intestine gets nerve supply from the middle back, and when we lunch, the abdominal organs, they don't get their enough supply. They don't function well, and the core, it doesn't fire enough. You're not activating your core, leads to abnormality.
जी.
And that leads to acidity, and people tend to do this because they have no control on the core. You getting my point? So when we ask the patients to relax their shoulders, they feel uneasy, and that leads to the shoulder pain.
Right.
So sometimes to look at the underlying cause, the center is the right place, the center of the body.
No, it's so
And if
interesting.
the center is not happy, it will have repercussions on the shoulder. Sorry.
मैं आप बिल्कुल कह रही हैं जो आपने, you said keeping the shoulders tense, because I have recently started yoga, and when they tell you to relax your shoulders, only then you realize just how much tension.
It doesn't happen.
जब तक कोई आपसे कहता नहीं है कि आप थोड़ा अपना शोल्डर को लूज करिए, रिलैक्स करिए, तभी आपको पता चलता है कि आपने कितना जकड़ के रखा हुआ है पूरे दिन, और आप रियलाइज ही नहीं करते कि ये आप कर रहे हैं. एक और सवाल आया है डॉक्टर आपके लिए. ये दिस इज रिगार्डिंग द women and the monthly cycle. Why is there so much lower back pain for many women prior to the monthly cycle? What is the reason for it, and what is the best way to deal with it?
That's a absolutely amazing question. I'm happy that somebody asked this, because believe me, Advaita, there are a lot of women who are suffering from urinary incontinence. You understand what is incontinence? The moment they laugh or they cough,
Yes.
they have dribbling. They are facing a lot of infertility. They are facing a lot of irregular periods. Again, it's their lifestyle. It is the lifestyle. It is a lifestyle disorder. And the biggest example is PCOD. So in India, 1 in 3 women are suffering from PCOD, which is why they're finding it so difficult. That leads to, and that has many secondary issues attached to it. Anxieties, a lot of low self-esteem, self-confidence. That leads to a lot of other secondary issues. The main core reason behind it is our pelvic floor, which is it's not active at all. So lower back, the lumbar, जो सबसे lower back होती है, वहाँ की nerve supply आती है जो हमारे reproductive organs को supply करती है. And when you have inactive abdomen muscles, inactive pelvic floor, which holds the reproductive organs, your glutes are not working, your back is not in good shape, it doesn't have that quality, it leads to a lot of organ malfunctioning. So we have found drastic improvements in the normal functioning of uterus when we start working on their structure, muscles as well as bone, as well as the right posture, the way they sit, the way they slouch, everything needs to be taken care of. It can be rectified.
Doctor, इसके लिए उम्र क्या है? At what age can you work on this? Because some people you see already hunchback हो गया है, already pains एक शुरू हो गए हैं. तो क्या, what age is the right age to get into this kind of structural, balancing and modification?
Advita, believe me, if you ask me, it should start right from the childhood. Children, they fall more than 10,000 times till they are 10 years old. They undergo a lot of misalignments. I understand they don't get the pain, but that's the right time to start their, taking care of their posture so that they are more active, they are more energetic, they are more focused, their organs should function better, their muscles are good enough toned. So taking care of your posture, of your muscles should start from early age, and this should be the practice. This should be in the genes, it should be in the DNA, that how they need to take care of their body. And when they reach their 20s, 30s, they need to take care of it more. Because the degeneration starts these days from late 20s. The quality keeps on getting deteriorated. So every age is a good age for the regular checkups, for the regular alignment, and prevention is always better than cure. Why to wait for pain? And till the time pain comes, it's already too late. The body has been compensating somehow. There is one dysfunction and there is compensation, because you keep performing activities of daily living. चल जाता है हमारे यहाँ पे, Indian culture में चलता है, it's okay. We keep taking painkillers and somehow we keep managing. So that's not right.
And doctor, this is leading up to Shubhangi's question also earlier. One reads a lot about these workstations, जो standing workstations होती हैं, और कहा जाता है कि आप खड़े होकर काम करिए लैपटॉप पे, बैठिए मत. तो इसका मतलब क्या है, और अभी अगर हम जैसी परिस्थिति में हैं, improvise कैसे करें? How can we get these kind of workstations? अगर आप recommend भी करें, तो ये logic क्या है कि आप खड़े होकर काम करिए?
So, standing is any time better than sitting. Number one. Sitting is called as a new smoking, it's that bad. Your spine is not moving at all sitting there. Standing is way better. It's just you need to take care of which leg putting more weight on. क्योंकि जैसे हम खड़े होने की बात करते हैं, हमारी कोशिश होती है या एक पैर पे खड़े हो, या आगे झुक के खड़े हो, या पेट निकाल के खड़े हो. So when we are standing for a long time, we need to make sure that the weight distribution should be equal. दोनों पैरों में equal weight आना चाहिए आपका. And of course, chin should be good enough. And again, standing is anytime better, but it should be at a level where you're not like this, neither going down. So, and it is available these days anywhere. I mean, all the furnishing showrooms, they have this standing tables, which helps them to keep their spine good, in good shape.
Doctor, I wanted to also ask you about the frozen shoulder. Like I was mentioning to you, अगर किसी को frozen shoulder हो गया अभी, तो घर पे क्या कर सकते हैं to get some relief?
घर पे अगर वहाँ swelling है shoulder के आसपास, तो सबसे पहले cold pack लगाइए.
Cold pack, ठीक.
सबसे पहले अगर swelling है, inflammation है, then you need to bring down the temperature. And in case it's a chronic issue, it's been there for a long time, then you need to put start putting hot fermentation.
Hot,
Then,
hot wala.
yeah. अगर chronic है, पुराना हो गया है, सारा stiff हो गई है muscle, दुखती है,
और recurring हो, अगर
spasms हैं, adhesions हैं. I'm sorry.
recurring अगर हो.
Recurring है, so you need to see why it is coming. Why is it's coming back again and again? Because shoulder gets nerve supply from the cervical, and rib cage is the anchor of the shoulder. Is he breathing well? Is there expansion of the rib cage, which is giving freedom to the shoulder? He could be just like this. How would he move? You know, so we need to look into why it is coming again and again. अगर वो ठीक हो जाता है.
जी. But temporary solution you're saying is hot compression and movement, I guess.
Yes.
So movement is seeming like the magic pill for most things of these kind of things. अगर neck हो, shoulder हो, जो भी हो, अगर आप movement करें तो that is the best thing.
As I shared, Abhita, the body is meant to move. If you're not moving enough, then get ready for the consequences. And it affects from head to toe every part of the body, inside and out, and especially the spine, which takes the load. You somehow try to manage.
Kat has asked again for the lower back pain. So she's saying, so the solution is to work with pelvic muscles?
As well. Please add that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I want to check.
Solution is to work with the pelvic muscle. So pelvic floor.
Go ahead, doctor. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So pelvic muscle is one of the most underrated muscles, I would say. People don't really talk about it, but it's so crucial. The way we have the diaphragms of the respiratory or the thyroid, we have a diaphragm of the pelvic also, which is very close to the pelvic muscle. So it's attached to the lower abdomen muscle, and it gets a nerve supply from again the lower spine. The lumbar spine gets a nerve supply to the reproductive organs, the pelvic floor, the lower diaphragm, as well as the lower limbs. And if the pelvic floor, if the pelvic muscle is not firing up, your glutes, your buttocks, your lower back takes the load, which is why you keep getting strains and stress. So yes, for some exercises for the pelvic muscles, I would say if you could just lie down with the legs up, and you have to feel the pressure. You have to increase the intra-abdominal pressure, hold it for some time and relax. Again, increase the intra-abdominal pressure, like pressurizing. Now you're trying to stop your urination, like that. For 2-3 seconds and stop. That's one of the bestest exercise to activate your pelvic floor muscle. That will help in low back also, low back pains.
Okay. Doctor, carpal tunnel syndrome is becoming very common now, and especially with us spending so much time on the laptop. And then during my research, I found something called cubital syndrome as well. Can you explain what these two are? And why are these painful and common?
So there are a lot of syndromes these days, so but कहाँ से रहे हैं वो? ऐसा क्या हो रहा है हमारे? So number one is the holding mouse all the time, and while holding the mouse, our arm is like that. So it doesn't take rest. We go like this. Sometimes the forearm doesn't take. You don't rest the forearm on the table, and you keep using your mouse around the computer. And carpal tunnel syndrome is the nerve which goes from the wrist and supplies your hand. And if the nerve gets compressed through the tunnel, you get all the numb feeling, the tingling feeling in your arm, in your hand. So the best way to avoid is keep strengthening up your wrist extensors, keep extending it back, and keep doing these stretches. This is very important. And cubital is when the nerve gets compressed around your elbow, inside of your elbow. And then also you keep getting pain around your upper arm and your forearm. You feel heaviness. You feel you're not easy using the arm. So this is again when one of the muscle is getting overused, one of the muscle is getting loaded up, the nerve which crosses that muscle gets compressed. It's again just a lifestyle disorder which can be resolved with the proper exercise and precautions. I would suggest always use your forearm rest while using the mouse.
Doctor, what is the best sleeping posture according to you?
Sleeping posture would be either ways and on the back. If you're not comfortable on the back, then you can lie on your left side. That's the best way. And people who have who keep getting stiff backs, they can use a pillow between the legs. That helps to release the pressure on the lower spine.
And what about use of pillows? Should one be using a pillow?
Yes, so that's a very very common question. People keep asking me that again and again. So ideally, yes, there's a pillow must be used, but shouldn't be too thick and shouldn't be too thin that your head goes back like this. So it should be around 1 to 2 inch. That should give the support to whole of the backside of your head and your cervical spine.
Ji. And if you don't use a pillow, is that also okay? If you would lie directly on the mattress and don't use a pillow?
So Advaita, if you lie down like this or like this, that will put a lot of pressure on the cervical spine. And while sleeping means for hours together. You know, it's the spine is twisted and turned in an odd position, and in the morning you will have a stiff neck then.
जी.
तो पूरी रात means काफी घंटे हो गए एक particular posture में, so that's not healthy for the cervical.
Dr. Pranjal Shukla is asking, what do you think of cryotherapy? And if good, could using cold packs have any similar benefits on pain afflicted areas?
Cryotherapy has magical effects, no doubt. Due to the lifestyle these days, our bodies are inflamed somehow or the other. कभी spine में inflammation है, कभी कोई joint में inflammation है. Inflammation means the temperature has increased in that area. So if you touch that portion, it will be warm. To bring down the temperature, हम ice pack या cold pack इस्तेमाल करते हैं. और cryotherapy, जो proper cryotherapy होती है, that makes the limb or joint absolutely numb. It makes the temperature very, it goes down temperature, and it helps in healing.
Achha.
So at home, yes, you can use cold pack.
There's Medhavi M is asking, oh, another frozen shoulder. What could be some exercises for a frozen shoulder?
Okay. So that's quite a vague thing to answer, but I'll answer in a brief about it.
Ji.
All I would say is keep moving the shoulder. But in case the patient is complaining of any tingling or numbness, then it's just not the shoulder, it's the cervical spine. So yes, I would say keep moving the shoulder as much as possible, and pain-free. So look for the available range and maintain that range. Keep mobilizing it. Don't keep it like that. Keep moving it. So movement is the key. और joint जितना move करे, joint उतना healthy रहता है. उसका circulation बना रहता है. उसमें fluid अच्छा रहता है.
जी. So doctor, any more tips you would like to give to us? I mean, there is here Shubhangi's asked again, when is the right time to use a cold pack versus a hot pack?
Yes, Shubhangi, that's a good again question. Cold pack is for the acuteness. अगर आपको कोई कैच आया है या आपका ये जर्क लगा है या आप गिरे हो या कोई cold pack should be applied. क्योंकि internal bleeding होती है, internal inflammation होती है, we need to stop that, and that you'll instantly you'll feel okay, I'm feeling better. Hot pack जब कोई aches या pains या strain more than a week or 10 days हो गया है and there's no swelling, it has become stiff, you feel भारी लग रहा है, spasm बन गया है and there's no swelling, then it is the right time to use a hot pack. I hope that helps.
Yes, I think that's really been very, very helpful. I would like to again open this up to anyone who has any more questions from Dr. Isha. And I really want to thank you as well, Dr. Isha. It's been an absolutely informative, educative 40 minutes that we've spent with you. And thank you so much again for answering these questions directly. Especially in this time, you know, where it's so difficult to have access. One more question has come in. I actually have a ligament rupture in my foot before the lockdown, and because of all the walking, it never really felt like a huge pain. But after the lockdown, it has increased. This is Medha.
Yes. Maybe I would say you haven't really taken care of your rupture ligament well on time. Now, so you were on the move, the circulation was good, you were managing somehow, your brain couldn't register the pain due to that ligament rupture. But now the lockdown, now it's not moving, now it's showing the real picture. So now you really need to make sure that you strengthen up the muscles around the ligament. You need to mobilize your joint well, keep doing your balancing exercise. एक बार अगर ankle में ligament tear होता है, उसके recurrent chances बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं. It keeps coming back and again and again. You keep tipping and crossing. So ankle holds a lot of balance and coordination of the body, and it is directly linked with the knee. अगर ankle आपका सही नहीं है, it's not aligned well, it has bad effects on the knee. थोड़े दिन बाद आपको घुटने में दर्द होगा, आपको लगेगा why the knee is paining all of a sudden, you know. So now for the ankle, you really need to do a lot of balancing exercise. That's one of the keys we do in our clinic. We get a lot of marathon runners and swimmers, sprinters. We work on their ankle, especially on the ligaments, to strengthen up their ligaments and the muscles so that the joint move well. The bones are in right alignment, and you'll be just fine, totally fine. You can run and jog and whatever.
This reminds me of my toe. You know, I have the second toe, जिसका nerve I think is gone. क्योंकि कभी जब मैं चलती हूँ तो बहुत दर्द होता है, and then I ignore it, and फिर ठीक हो जाता है खुद ब खुद, फिर से शुरू हो जाता है. So, you know, जैसे आपने पहले कहा कि you know in India we've been told कि थोड़ा दर्द तो होता ही है, so live with it, you know.
But then you need to find out why it keeps coming back. नहीं तो ये आपको तंग करता ही रहेगा जब तक.
हाँ.
Take you to the edge then.
But thank you so much, Dr. Sahdev.
It's a privilege. Thank you so much.
So nice of you to spend this time with us, especially during this time where people are feeling really anxious about their health, their futures, their finances. I mean, hearing from experts like you is very reassuring and gives us all a sense of normalcy. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much thank you Mandira, thank you Arpita. Mandira, thank you so much. I could add any value, I could help out, whatever I have, I could share. It's an honor. Thank you Arpita, it was a pleasure sharing the knowledge.
Thank you. Namaskar. Thank you. Thank you everybody. See you next week. Bye-bye.